All right, so last you guys left off, you snuck into the village of Thunder Tree, now converted into a cobalt swarm. You found the town overrun by red scale kobolds riding atop giant venomous spiders. And as you snuck through, taking out guards along the way, you found your way towards the Wizard's Tower on the outskirts of town, finding a kobold sorcerer of sorts with leather made wings alongside a small collection worshipping something that lies beneath this tower. As you ventured forward, you snuck through the wizard's old house, climbing to the top of the tower, and entering a side door. Your party looked down in dismay as you all saw, atop a large pile of magical items in gold, slumbering a large green dragon. So, you guys had exited the room again, going back into the wizard's living quarters, and had taken a full rest as the last fight took quite a lot out of you guys.
Yeah.
Um, in this time, I will say just straight up, in this time, if you want to strategize, now would be the time.
Erna doesn't strategize.
No, but the high intelligence wizard perhaps could.
Yeah, he would.
Boring.
So, go ahead, you have the floor.
Best way to get me to do something is tell me not to do it.
Well, I'm telling you not to sit still then. And listen,
Doesn't work that way.
there's a big dragon down there. And I don't think any of us have the power to kill this thing yet. We should strategize to see if there's anything valuable that we could either get or see.
I should have mentioned it in the recap, sorry. Two things of note you noticed in this tower. Beneath the claws of one of the claws of the sleeping dragon is the body of your dwarven informant, and you saw quite clearly in his hand, clutched, was this map you were sent to find. On top of that, there is also a large wooden chest, not underneath the dragon, but to one side of it.
Okay.
Barkley.
Very.
Well, Verna, I think you should be the one to sneak down and go steal that map we came here for. And nothing else.
You're no fun.
I mean, unless you want to get stomped by a green dragon, by all means.
What's one lizard compared to another giant lizard? It's got a mountain of shiny stuff. And you want me to get a dingy old map.
That dungy old map could lead us to more shiny stuff without the green dragon.
But if we take this shiny stuff and the map, then we get even more shiny stuff.
Gandalf just shakes his head and moves aside.
Shiny is shiny.
Traith, your fighter companion, will approach you, Verna. He sort of walks up. I hate to agree with the old drunkard. He sort of gives you a side eye, Gandalf.
I shrug.
But
Oh.
I don't think we're capable of taking out a dragon in a flat fight. We might be able to come up with a plan to sneak around it, or perhaps trick it somehow. But in a one-on-one, I don't think we'd make it. This isn't like the giant. Frankly, I'm surprised we made it through that. But this is a dragon. These things are mythical. They're legendary. And just looking at the sheer size of this dragon, and he sort of waves his arms at the village around. Cult following, whatever you want to call it, it has power. We should definitely proceed with caution, if nothing else.
We got that cool new gem.
We did. That I don't think that would be enough on itself. The gem alone, I don't think would be enough. We would have to put that into some sort of plan. Look, he's sort of like he hesitates a moment, but like puts a hand on your shoulder. Look, I know you're not really one for drawn out plans and strategies, but this is a dragon. This is life or death. We need to be smart about this.
Well, I got this weird script thing called freeze. Can we use that?
Freeze. Sorry, can you jog my memory there?
A silver-capped rod of unmovable with the script freeze on it.
Gandalf, you would know that because you cast Identify. You would know that's an immovable rod. How that works is once you put it somewhere, even just like holding it out in thin air, and you say the command word, it is immovable.
And anything it freezes?
No, it only freezes itself. But like if you were to put it on top of a chest, like the lid of a chest, and cast and activate it, without deactivating this rod, no force on this earth could open that chest, to your knowledge.
So if I put it on top of a sleeping dragon?
It depends on how the dragon reacts. If it's able to crawl out from under it, it could, but it couldn't lift the rod.
What if I were to stab it through its tail?
You don't know.
Gandalf has an idea. How high can Mage Hand go?
I believe Mage Hand has a range of 30 feet. Can you click it for me?
Yep.
It should list it here. Range. Okay. So how it works is it can move up to 30 feet in one round. So during combat, you could only move a maximum of 30 feet.
Okay.
But every round you continue to use an action on this, it can increase by another 30 feet.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to say,
option,
for the sake of this, I'm going to give the effective maximum range as 90, just to make it, not, hey, I send my Mage Hand across the planet. But, yeah.
Is this a heavy rod?
No, it's about 2 pounds.
Fuck.
But it's unmovable once the word is commanded.
Yes. But your Mage Hand cannot attack, activate magic. The Mage Hand cannot attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds, so it could not activate this rod.
It can't activate it, but I have to say the word.
Yes, but you have to be close to the rod to activate it.
How close?
I'm going to say within 5 feet.
Fuck.
Because traditionally it's like a button, but I'm slightly changing it for fun.
Where's that new hood that I got?
Gandalf explains that his plan that he wanted to do was to use Mage Hand to grab the rod and raise it as high as possible if there was no roof, and let it drop to hit terminal velocity. So it would pierce the dragon, and once it would go inside, you immediately would say the incantation to leave it there. So when he would try to get up, he's just going to stab himself and literally just impale himself.
You could, in theory, do that, but you would need someone within 5 feet of the landing position.
Because that's how I'm thinking to do it, and I'm like, it's nowhere small. Like, we're gonna drop this on, like, his back.
Question about sticky spider web.
Yes.
Can it be turned into a net?
If you found like an artisan or a crafter, definitely. It probably could be used to make a net. Or it could be turned into like silken rope, which would be basically twice as strong as hempen traditional rope. Right now you kind of just have it like almost balled up like a ball of yarn.
Okay, so if it's in silk rope,
Yes.
how big is this dragon?
Let me jump back to the map. It is a very large creature. Like this thing probably stands about 10, 15 feet tall and probably 20 foot like end to end.
Damn it, I only got 10 feet of silk rope.
Mm. It is a very big dragon.
Can we coat the rod in poison?
You could, but it's not traditionally a weapon. Like for the ease of explaining this, pardon me. For the ease of explaining this, imagine like have you ever gone to a marching band?
Yes.
You know the batons they twirl, right? Imagine
Yes.
something like that about a foot long. Like it's not sharpened, it's kind of just a decorative metal rod.
So it has no blunt end.
Well, it only has blunt ends. It has no sharpened end.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
meant the
No worries.
opposite of what I said.
But yeah, like that's why I say like just stabbing it into the dragon might be difficult.
Especially as it's a scaly wound.
Mm-hmm.
So are we at the same height as this dragon? Like, are we just going through a door?
No, I was actually gonna draw that right now to help display.
Or am I gonna have to drop down?
Like there is sort of a pathway alongside the edge of this tower, and then it leads to stairs that circle around. I need thicker ink than that.
Because unless I do this perfectly, we're gonna end up fighting this thing.
Shoot, no, that's not what I want. This one.
But we could always take like the rod and just like put it over the dragon's head where it's sleeping and just like right above its neck.
Okay, it's very shoddy, but there is a platform like above the dragon. So you walk on that to the stairs, and then it spirals down behind the dragon.
But no, like where its head is, we could just like take the stick and put it over its neck and pin it there.
Yeah. until he moved his neck one way and got out from under it. My whole reach and terminal velocity would make it pierce the scales, and when he would try to get up, it would stab him. And if he did get up, it's going to pierce him.
But the ends are blunt.
It would take a tremendous amount of force for this rod to pierce something. I will say that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does
Like
this dragon have horns?
It does. It has one large horn sort of at the end of its snout. Almost like a rhino, but a little more wide, if that makes sense.
I was gonna say that might make it a little harder for it to get out.
Maybe. You want to do that?
I was gonna say we could put the rod under the horn, but over its snout, so that if it has fire breath or something like that, it wouldn't be able to open its fucking mouth.
Well, let's try it.
Just to clarify, the rod freezes in place. So if the dragon moves, the rod won't move with it. It will just be frozen in the place, like in the spot in air, wherever you activate it. What you could try putting the rod like just on top of the dragon's snout as it is sleeping and is laying on the ground. You could try that perhaps.
Well,
If that's what
exactly.
you
Like
mean.
we just take the rod and as it's sleeping, like slowly put it under its kind of like horn of its nose / on its mouth, and before it wakes up, we push it down and scream freeze.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely try that.
All right.
Because then its face is pinned to the ground. It can't move forward to get away from the rod because its face will be in the way, and it can't move forward or backwards because it's, well,
At least moving forward, moving backward, it would pull on the horn, correct?
and it'll be too busy with us, hopefully, to figure out other ways.
So, is that your plan? Is that what you guys would like to do?
I do believe so.
Hey, we gotta figure out something because I gotta get a pretty good stealth here for this thing not to wake up. So might as well just initiate now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you guys creep back out onto the walkway. I will not move your icons. You can move yourself wherever you please. This is a very, high risk maneuver. Also, you guys got full rest, so you're back to full HP.
Cool.
Yeah, I assume that was kind of assumed, seeing as last session you said you wanted to take a long rest.
Yep.
Also, yeah, okay, it's updated. Perfect. Okay. So who's taking the lead then?
Stealthiest person should go first.
Yeah.
So that's you, Jocelyn. How far are you going?
So we're all out here on the ledge, correct?
You are currently. Your party is holding back at the moment, I believe.
Okay.
But as you enter out onto the ledge, I would like you to roll me a stealth check, please. And I will roll the dragon's perception. Rolled a 13. Okay. So as you
Oh, wait.
sneak,
Expertise, when you make a dexterity stealth check or using thieves' tools, your proficiency bonus is doubled.
okay, so that is a 15 then.
Yeah.
Okay. So 15. So you sneak out onto the stone sort of catwalk that circles around this tower. And for a moment, you sort of peer over the edge and see the dragon still sort of loudly slumbering beneath. Every once in a while, a small growl, a small hiss escapes from its fangs. But so far, you seem unnoticed. You can move up to 25 feet. 10. It is 15 to this square here. Because remember, you can't go in a straight line. You have to follow the pathway.
Did you say it was 15 to here?
15 to the edge of the drawing, yeah.
At least I know I can go that far, but and then there.
15, actually, 15 has you here, but
I still have 10 more.
yes, you do. So you can get down to here. Now, as you sneak along, you look back and you see. Oh, that's the wrong tool. You look back and you see Liliana, your ranger, sort of peering her head through the door, sort of looking at you for any sort of gesture, like whether you want her to come along or stay there. She's kind of watching you.
I just kind of hold up my hand and get her to freeze.
Okay, she stays where she is. Like she's only peering through a small like crack in the door. Like she's just barely opened it, and she just sort of nods and watches you continue.
I grip my staff of defense and get ready.
All right. Gandalf, are you going in the room? Or are you staying outside?
I'm staying back.
Okay. In that case, Verna, roll me one more stealth check, and you can continue moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart Roll20 here because my complete map went black.
Oh,
Oh, that's not
okay.
good.
That's weird.
I can't even see where I am.
Zoom out.
Yeah, maybe zoom
No,
out.
really?
Well, there's only a small section that's illuminated,
Okay.
so it might
Okay,
be.
it's back. It's back. All right. What was I doing again?
If you'd like to continue moving towards the dragon, I'd like you to roll me another stealth check before you move.
Yes.
And once again, the dragon will make a perception check at disadvantage as it is asleep.
Stealth check.
And both
Yay!
side. That is a 19. Okay, so move yourself where you would like to. But as you continue to, or move yourself where you want it first, actually. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You would get to this square. Right
I say, where is
here.
its head? Because I can't really tell.
Yeah, for the sake of this, I'm going to move it a little away from the stairs because it's sleeping on the treasure. I just wanted to make sure that was visible. But its head is sort of resting on this stone here.
Okay.
Yeah. So as you sneak forward, getting closer to this slumbering beast, the air in this tower seems correct. It seems almost acidic and corrosive. You find yourself sort of like holding in a cough as just the air is foul and tainted in this tower. But as you reach the bottom of the steps, you take one step and the stone beneath you sort of cracks and slants down. And the dragon sort of snores soundly. Stirs for a moment, but isn't fully awoken. And by the way, everyone hears that. Even you in the room next door, Gandalf.
Fuck.
Gandalf, but you
Like,
clinch.
even at the slightest snore, this creature is incredibly loud. So, You're at the bottom of the stairs. Roll me a perception check, Berna.
I can't move Gandalf.
Sorry. I'll grab that, make sure it's working. Actually, 1 second. Let me refresh, because I couldn't select him either.
We're gonna use a lucky.
Did you nat 1?
Yes, I
She
did.
nat once.
Okay.
We're gonna lucky that. Okay.
Actually, 1 second. My roll 20 is being really weird. 20
Yours
net.
too?
No, it froze when I tried to refresh. So I'm just fully rejoining. Okay, yeah, so I see what happened there. When you refresh, I guess the center of your camera is focused on a different area, slightly to the left. Right, so Gandalf, why can I not select you? What layer are you on?
Yeah, what layer am I on, Tristan?
You're on the map layer for reasons unknown.
I am the map.
Oh my god.
Find the map.
All right,
Find the map,
now you should
find
be able
the
to go.
map, Find the map. Find the map.
God damn it.
Swiper, get the map.
for a split moment, Verna, you just see the map in the dwarf's hands lean up. Help me!
God.
You sort of
It's
shake
the
your head like,
map!
wait a minute. Oh, this poison's getting to me. Oh god.
It's animated. Burn it.
Alright. So, you use your lucky to re-roll your nat 1, so please roll again.
Like, goddamn.
It is a good use of it.
Yes.
Alright, so 15. What is your total? Because you have +7, correct?
You said for perception.
Oh, sorry, perception. Right. My bad.
Why is she rolling
okay.
perception?
Because now that she's at the bottom of the stairs, she can see more detail.
Ah.
Now that you're down at the bottom, you see behind where the kobolds were sort of congregated, you see a large stone door, which I will paint in. It's even large for you. It stands probably 7.5, 8 foot tall. And against this wall, there is a considerable amount of rubble blocking the base of the door, but you do see an alternate exit. And in addition to that, you got 15. So, okay. So you see under the same claw that the dwarven body is currently pinned with the map, you see almost clutched in its hand a large, and I mean large, wooden chest reinforced with silver. The chest is probably 5.5, 6 foot end to end, and stands about your height.
Sparkly.
And it is sort of clutched in the dragon's hand, sort of like palm rested on top of it.
Sparkly.
So, if you would like to move, I would like another stealth check, please. Or if you'd like to look up to your companions, Liliana is still keeping an eye on you and still like watching for any signal.
So am I.
I signal to her that I see another exit.
Okay. You sort of point towards the door and she squints a little bit but nods.
And then I tell her I see lots of sparkly.
How do you convey that? Do you say it out loud?
I do not, but I kind of make like an excited gesture.
Okay. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check for her to sort of discern what you're trying to convey. Roll me a charisma check. So a d20 plus 3. Okay. She sort of looks at you like you watch as one eyebrow raises, but after a moment she sort of like open mouth like, "Oh," and nods. And then realizes and shakes her head violently.
Fire gloves.
So, if you'd like to continue moving, I need a stealth check and then you can move your 25.
Yay!
21. Holy shit. All right. Disadvantage again. Okay. Yeah. The dragon doesn't seem to notice as it continues to slumber and snore loudly.
And so here is a 10. Gotta get to that head.
So, 15 to this. You move 10, right? Off
Yeah.
here.
So this is, I would be at 25 feet here.
25 there. Okay.
Yeah.
So, once again, your party looks down at you with worry in their eyes. Do you want to signal anything? Or are you just going to continue?
Ignore them.
Okay.
Freaking
Now
me
that
out, man.
now that you're off the stairs, your 21 stealth will carry over since you're not walking on worn stones, and you can approach the head.
Yay!
Feet. I'll say his head is right where this crack is, right in the stone.
Alright, so I approach right on the dragon's lovely head,
Okay.
and I take out the rod of freezing, or
Okay.
unmoving.
Yes, the immovable rod. So you hold it above the dragon's snout, just behind the horn, correct?
And slowly bring it underneath the horn because it's just above the snout.
Yeah, it is shaped like a rhino's horn, so it sort of curls up like a hook, pointing backwards towards its back.
Okay, so I want to kind of have it under the hook, so I slowly slide it under that.
Okay. I'm gonna say, as you do this, please roll me a sleight of hand to do this carefully, not poke the dragon.
Sleight of hand. That is when you make a dexterity, stealth, or using thieves' tools, your proficiency. Okay, so that doesn't count for that one.
No, it's not. It's not thieves' tools, unfortunately. That is a 9.
That is a 9.
Okay. It is below a 10, so I'm going to roll the dragon a perception check to see.
Oh no.
You are basically touching this metal rod to its face, so it might notice.
Well, shit.
Shit. Okay. So
No!
as you do, it's not a critical failure, so it's not so bad. But as you sort of lift this rod above the dragon, like you have to like almost climb on top of the stone pedestal, and like even then like tiptoe to reach because it is big. And as you do, a stone sort of slips from underneath you, and you lean forward a bit, catching yourself, not falling against the dragon, but the rod sort of tinks into its horn, and everyone in the building hears an audible as one brilliant yellow eye flicks open, narrows, and stares directly at you, Verna. What do you do?
I take the rod and I slam it down on its snout as hard as I can and yell freeze.
Okay. Please roll me a strength check, so a flat d20 now. You no longer have that -1. And I'm going to give this dragon one reflex saving throw to try or dexterity saving throw to get out quickly.
I think you muted, babe.
Am I?
Oh, no,
Yeah, I
there
didn't
you-
hear you there.
Yeah, I didn't hear you laugh or anything.
That's okay. That was a bad laugh that nobody needed to hear.
Okay. So
Okay.
D20 plus 0. This is 10. It's middle of the
my
road.
God. Oh my god.
What is it? It's saving throw. Okay. This is a very quick action as it sort of tries to snap its head up.
Oh my god.
It matches. And the way this operates, anytime there is a competing roll and two people roll the same, is the person who initiates it beats it takes the higher roll. So because you initiated this action by trying to slam it down, even though it saved and rolled an equal number, you managed to activate it in time. So you slam it down and shout out freeze, and the dragon just both eyes flick open, and you watch as it tries to lift its head, and with immediate primal fury in its eyes, it just narrows its gaze on you. I
Fuck.
need everyone to roll initiative now.
3
Oh shit.
plus 2, so 5.
Oh my god.
You gotta admit, I just scared the pants off myself in that moment.
Oh yeah. All right, 1 second.
This thing is like literally 100 times my size.
Oh yeah, like this thing is huge.
I'm 2'7", okay? I'm scared.
You're 2'7" and it stands 20 foot tall.
Exactly. I am scared. At least its face is on the floor.
That's true. All right, let me get Austin. What was your initiative total?
5.
Okay, Jocelyn, your total.
3.
Plus
You
your
have
plus your
you have-
initiative bonus.
Yeah, you have a +3 to that.
Initiative?
Yeah, at the top of your character sheet, you should see initiative.
Oh! 6 then.
Okay. I will roll for Traith and Liliana. And an 18, that makes sense. And for the dragon, 3. Okay, so Traith had a
He's a little
10.
confused right now.
He's
There.
very startled by this. Like, he did not expect to be locked to the ground by his jaw. So it's a +2 for you, buddy. That means it's a 12, and Liliana rolled an 18. Plus. Okay, so that's a modified 20. And the dragon rolled a 3. What is his bonus? Oh, that's devastating. So initiative bonus. Where is it? Okay, what's your dex? +1. Okay. So that is a 4. Right, so let me just order this so I don't get confused. It is the dragon, then Austin, then Jocelyn, or then Verna, sorry, Wraith, then Liliana.
Did everybody roll low?
With exception of Liliana, yes. It is. Well, I'll tell you your party's rolls at least, not the enemies, but it is 5, 6, 12, 20.
Okay.
So, top of the round is Liliana, who upon seeing the dragon wake up, she is going to burst through the door as quick as she can, drawing her bow. And I think she's gonna get halfway around the spiral. So 5, 10. Okay, she will get to here, sort of drawing her bow at the ready. And she looks from Verna back to you, Gandalf, and just like basically gives you the look like whenever you give the mark.
Okay.
Like ready on your shot. Traith is gonna do much the same. He's gonna bust in and get just here, sword drawn at the ready. And that brings us to Jocelyn. What do you do on your turn?
I down my potion of heroism.
Okay. Do you have that noted, or do I need to pull up heroism?
So for 1 hour after drinking, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour. For the same duration, you are under the effects of the Bless spell. So healing buff consumable.
Mhm.
Okay. Heroism, a creature. No, that's fucking D&D Beyond. We don't use that. Sorry, 1 second. We're all
It's like
20.net.
this is
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, there we go. Official 5e. For 1 hour, you get 10 temporary HP. So you should, on your character sheet, have a section for temporary HP.
Okay.
So add in 10 there. 10 HP, that lasts for 10 hours. For the same duration.
So I just type in 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how that works is like if you take 20 damage, you'll knock that 10 off for temporary HP, then apply the remaining 10 to your actual HP. If that makes sense.
Okay.
You are under the effect of Bless spell. No concentration required. This blue potion. Yep. Okay, let me go to Bless. When a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the potion ends, the target can roll a d4 and add that number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. So you can add an extra d4 to all of your attacks to hit, not to damage.
Okay.
Alrighty. So you're now effectively 40 HP. That is your bonus action to down the potion. You have a movement action and your attack action, if you would like to utilize these. Or you could use your attack action to do something alternative. What would you like to do?
I don't know if this is allowed or not, so this is
Go ahead and ask.
off on. Am I allowed to dump poison in a dragon's eye?
Yeah, why not? You take your action to sort of uncork the bottle of poison, and
I
do you want to...
I have 2 shot glasses of poison.
Okay. Yeah, it's a small bottle worth. Now, do you want to dump it in its eye, in its nose? Its mouth is currently held shut, so you couldn't directly feed it to it, but
Well,
the
I feel
nose
like
and the
if I
eyes are exposed.
I was gonna say, I feel like if I put it in its eye, blinding it would make it better for us all.
You're not
And then
sure?
it's hard. Yeah. So I will take my shot glasses of poison and dump it in its eyes.
Okay. So you sort of hop up, almost standing on the end of its snout for a moment as you uncork this bottle, and with a sly grin, you look the dragon in the eye and just pour the poison onto one of its eyes. And at first, it sort of squints, almost trying to keep the liquid from its eyes. But after a second, its eye flicks open. and its eye narrows with a smug expression looking towards you, and it seemingly takes no effect.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Hmm. You still have your movement if you'd like to move.
Hmm. My only movement is to take out my rapier.
Okay. You just draw your sword at the ready.
Yes.
Alrighty. Initiative now. Jumping to Gandalf. It is your turn.
All right. So I will bust through the door, and can I see everything over top right now?
Yeah, you kind of have a bird's eye view because you're about 30 feet off the ground in this tower.
Okay. So with me looking down,
Hmm.
I am going to cast a cloud of daggers directly on top of him.
Okay. So at the beginning of his turn, he will take damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Poison does not work, FYI.
Uh, you,
Does everybody see that I did poison or no?
Gandalf did not because he was not currently in the room.
Okay.
But on your next turn, you'd be able to tell him. Otherwise, it would be considered metagaming.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll open Wikidot for the immovable rod just to see how that works as well. At least to get the difficulty class. Right. So, you bust in the door. You can clearly see what's going on beneath. And if you would like to draw the. Actually, it's a 5-foot cube, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Just kind of
Can you
put it.
ping where you want it?
I'm putting it like on his body
Like you.
/ neck, like right there.
Okay, so basically
Like if
in
his
front
head's
of
right
Verna.
here, he's laying down.
Yeah.
So like I'm putting it on like the main meaty part of this dragon.
Alrighty. So I will draw the cube. Oh, there we go. And move it right on top of his neck would be here.
Neck going in
Okay.
the body, so like maybe back here.
So like the base of the neck?
Yeah, base of the neck going to the body.
Okay, so it'd be on this square then.
Hmm.
Alrighty. That is your main action.
Yep.
You have a bonus action left, as well as the rest of your movement. You've only taken 5 feet.
I will cast Ray of Frost.
Okay. Hmm. I'm not going to consider him pro. Well, no, he is laying down. Let me check. Okay, yeah. Because he is prone on the ground and because you are above him specifically, I will give you advantage to hit.
So 2d20.
Yeah, roll 2d20 and take the higher.
16.
Plus your ranged attack bonus or your spell bonus.
My intelligence, huh?
It should be written on your character sheet at this point.
Magic missile, burning hands.
All right, 1 second.
I got it right here. +3.
Okay. So that is a 19 to hit. 19 just hits. So roll your damage.
8.
Max
That's
damage.
that's
Nice.
a crit.
Hmm. So I will -8 to it. As you shoot this frosty, icy beam down upon this creature, you catch it sort of between the wings, almost on its shoulder blades, as some of the scales begin to almost fade in color and freeze over. Verna, you watch as the eyes go from that smug, self-satisfied look to one of pain for a moment as it flinches under the rod and looks up towards your wizard and just snarls in your face.
It's got nasty breath.
It really does. Every time it exhales, it feels like you just have a gust of wind straight out of a swamp into your face. Like it just smells of rot and decay. Gandalf, you still have 25 feet of movement. Would you like to move?
Nope.
Okay, you're staying where you are.
Yep.
And that brings us to the dragon's turn.
So I'll roll my damage on that.
Yes, please. That is your 4d4, I believe.
Yeah, 4d4 plus 3 slashing. Damn. 16 plus... No, it adds it. Never mind.
1 second. Um, 1 second. How does this get in that number?
Or no, isn't that to roll?
Yeah, that's to hit. So just go to the dice selector on the left top hand side and just hit 4d4.
Okay.
It'll just be easier.
Oh. Roll 20 is experiencing problems. Refresh.
You too. Weird. Wonder what's going on there. They must be updating their servers or something, because that's all three of us now.
I have to exit page.
Yeah, like drop back to Google and put in Roll20 again. It's being weird for me too.
How did I lose my pencil again?
Damn. All right.
Oh, there it is.
That. You watch as Gandalf sort of goes, like, eyes glaze over for a second, just thinking about booze. Ooh.
Really use up your rate about now.
Yeah.
So how much damage did the dragon take again?
From the Ray of Frost, he has taken 8 damage. So now that it is his turn, I'm going to read the details.
So I need
The rod can
44
hold up
plus-
to 8,000 pounds of weight. More weight causes the rod to deactivate and fall. A creature can use an action to make a DC, I'm not going to tell you, strength check to break free of the rod, moving the fixed rod up to 10 feet on a success. This dragon is going to try and break free of the rod. 13 damage to him. Thank you. Let me make sure. Okay. So he is down another 13. Now, what is your strength, boy? You're going to have to roll really well. Okay.
So did he take another 13 damage?
Yep.
He took 13 from the daggers. The frost did 8. So he's going to try and break free of this rod. He's going to use a strength saving throw or strength check. Sorry, 1 second. Strength check. Okay. Okay, so you watch as he tries to push against this rod. And Verna, from where you stood, you can see it ever so slightly shaking, like almost like when you push against a locked door, like it moves a little bit, but without any purchase. After a moment, the dragon snorts and gives up on that. And he's going to use... I think he has a second action. Let me check. Yeah, he's gonna use his second action to claw out towards you, Verna, having realized he can't lift the rod this turn. That is a 15 to hit you.
15 is exactly me. Well, my
Okay.
armor. Anyways.
Okay. He's going to strike out at you with a claw, seeing as he cannot bite you. Okay. And that is 8 points of slashing as he just grazes the front of your chest with his claws. You do see now that he's lift up his hand. The dwarf body sort of tumbles down from the bottom of the top of the pile of treasure onto the ground, and the chest is currently exposed. So I will put that on the map. And after that, that ends the dragon's turn. So I'll just put this here. Yeah, there we go.
He's in better days.
He has seen better days. He is quite dead. So that brings us back to the top of the round to Liliana. Seeing as no one's given her instructions to hold fire, she's going to start shooting at the dragon. So she's going to roll a hit. 14 plus. Sorry, there's a lot of characters to manage at the moment. That is definitely enough to hit. 8. 4 plus 2, I believe. No. Wow, 10 damage. So you watch as an arrow is pulled to the bowstring, pulled back, and launched right where you hit it, Gandalf, right where you hit the dragon between the shoulder blades. It cracks the ice, and you see a little spurt of blood shoot out as it sort of grimaces and lets out this pained grunt. And it just seems absolutely infuriated now. Traith is going to use his turn to get down the stairs as much he can. 5, 10. So he'll get to the bottom of the stairs this round. And he just has his sword at the ready. No, he's close enough to swipe at it. He's going to swing once. That is not going to hit, though. Unfortunately. As he swings the sword, it just sort of glances off the dragon's scales, almost creating a bit of sparks in the air. And next on the initiative is Verna. It's your turn.
I take my rapier and attempt to stab the dragon in the eye.
Okay. Roll to hit, please.
Oh,
That is enough to hit. Roll me your damage.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
with my my hit.
You can add
heroic
it.
thing.
Yeah, you can roll an extra d4 and add it onto the 19, but the 19 already hits, so you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
and she gets
So
a crit.
yeah, you strike it for max damage. As you pull out the rapier, the dragon sort of looks you in the eye, almost giving you a glance as if like you wouldn't. And you strike out, stabbing it straight in the eye. It lets out this muffled roar that you guys hear echoing around this tower. But it is very pained. You strike out at it. You have a bonus action and a movement, Verna, if you'd like to use those.
For my bonus action,
Hmm.
I am going to put on my cape of billowing.
Okay. And I'll say for your bonus action, you put it on and both activate it, so it starts to billow majestically in the wind. The dragon just narrows its one good eye at you, just staring at you.
Yay.
Would you like to move anywhere?
Now I'll stay on its face.
Okay, that ends your turn then. Gandalf, it is now you.
I will fire a level 2 magic missile to begin.
All right, so that is your attack action. Roll me your damage, please.
1, 2, 3. And I do believe it's 4 for a level 2, right?
Yes, it is one additional bolt for every level higher. So 2, 11, 14 damage to it. All right. So 4 arcane bolts just sort of emanate from your core, hover around your head for a moment before shooting out towards this dragon, bombarding its back and head.
And
For your bonus action.
for my bonus action, I will try and cast another Ray of Frost.
All right, roll to hit, please. With advantage because of prone.
Oh, with I clicked the wrong one.
No worries. Well, you rolled your damage, so we can hold that.
Let's go.
21, that's enough. So 5 more points of cold damage are shot into the dragon's body as it lets out again this muffled growl. Would you like to move?
Nope.
Okay. On its turn, the dragon is going to. What is it going to do? Okay. It is going to growl towards you guys. And Verna, since you're in its face, you watch and can clearly see as
Wait,
it.
is it the dragon's turn?
You just ended your turn unless you want to move.
Okay, no. If it was dragon's turn, I gotta roll damage again for Cloud of Daggers.
So you do. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. So roll me another D4. Nice. Almost max damage there. Damn.
My God.
That is 16. The dragon sort of purses its lips for a moment and lets out this very high-pitched whistle, which is a very weird sound to hear from a dragon. But as it does so, I'd like Gandalf, Verna, I guess all of you guys, you can roll a perception check, and I'll roll for the NPCs.
I ain't seeing shit.
Nat 1 and a 6.
Nobody sees nothing.
Yeah, actually, you guys just sort of like stop for a second hearing the whistle, and like you all in your own heads just sort of think, dragons can whistle?
Mid-fight dragons whistle?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there on its face like, what the fuck? It's like a kettle.
Yeah,
A living
yeah.
kettle.
It's a really weird, like almost raspy hissing whistle, but it's definitely a whistle, and it's like, what the hell?
Kettle.
That was its bonus action, so it's gonna try and use its action to break free of this rod again. There's a 19 plus its strength. It begins to like push up against this rod again. And for a moment, Verna, where you're stood, you almost like a bead of sweat runs down your forehead as it starts to move, but is lodged in place, and the dragon is not able to lift its head, ending its turn. So, top of the round, meaning it is Liliana. Okay, 1 second, sorry.
I don't know what this rod is made out of, but damn,
Magic.
some good ass magic. Remind me to pick this thing up again. If it's still
That is
alive.
a 21. Okay. I'm gonna roll. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna roll a perception check for Liliana as it's now her turn. That's enough. As you guys continue to bombard the dragon, you hear Liliana's voice pipe up. Guys, we have friends. And she sort of points towards the top of the tower. As you watch, climbing over and in the broken rooftop of this tower, a large spider with a cobalt straddled on its back as it begins to walk vertically down the wall towards your party. And for the initiative, the spider got really high, the cobalt got really low. That makes him a 21. And the other one got like a fucking 5. Yeah. Austin, what is your dexterity bonus?
Dex bonus is 2.
Is it a 15 or is it a 16?
Oh, it is a 14.
Okay, so the kobold will go slightly first.
Okay.
Five. All right, so sorry. The spider has taken its movement action to climb up and over the wall. It still has its attack action. What is the range on this? Range 60, 30 feet. Okay. So it can reach Liliana, but it can't reach anyone else. All right, you watch as the spider climbs over the edge. It sort of raises itself off its legs, and you watch as it shoots a large, sticky web out of its rear end towards Liliana. It has to make a ranged attack. That is definitely going to hit. Sorry, I gotta put this on another window. So you watch as a large sticky web is launched towards Liliana, and it collides straight into her core, almost knocking her back against the wall. As she then begins to struggle and is stuck in this webbing. That ends the spider's turn. And on Liliana's turn, she's going to use her action to try and break free. So I need a strength check for the girl.
Fuck yeah, Liliana!
Hell yeah! So almost instinctively, as soon as she gets stuck to the wall, she sort of twists her wrist and reaches a dagger on her arm and just cuts her way out of the spider web. Immediately sheathing the dagger, she just looks up, and once again, we have guests. So that was her action, her movement. Yeah, she's probably gonna move a little further down the stairs and just engage or get to where the spider is going to drop down. And that'll end her turn, bringing us to. Let's have the initiative tabbed. Bringing us to Traith. His priority is the dragon. He is going to rush towards the dragon and take a swing. So he will step up to here and start swinging. Plus. That is just enough to hit. That is a D8 as well. And he strikes into the dragon for 8 damage. Ending his turn, we are now at Verna again.
Hold on, can I call a 5-10 minute break?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay,
No
Mike.
worries.
I'll be right back.
Shit, where were we? Spiders just climbed over. Liliana broke free. Traith. Yeah, okay. Traith just struck. So he did that damage.
It was my turn.
Yeah, we're on you now.
Yay.
Alrighty. So, what would you like to do?
I stab at its other eye.
Okay. Really going for the vitals. Roll a hit, please. Oh, fuck. Unfortunately, you strike forward, but the dragon, quite literally, sees it coming. And knowing your tactic, he just winces and closes his eye. And the rapier glances off one of the scales, and it just flies up. So you didn't manage to pierce its eye this time, but you still have a bonus action and a movement if you would like to take use of those.
I equip my bow and arrow and notch an arrow.
Remember, if you're shooting a bow and arrow in melee combat, you will be hitting with disadvantage.
Oh, it's
So
not.
if you okay. So as long as you know that.
Yep.
So you re-equip to a bow. Would you like to move, or are you staying there?
Stay where I am.
With that ends your turn, bringing us to the kobold's turn, finally. So you watch as the kobold pulls out this leather sling and loads in a stone as he begins to swing it and aim towards you, Verna. It is going to be a...
Wait, what? The
What?
kobold does what?
He pulls out a leather sling, like almost like a medieval slingshot.
Okay.
He begins to fire towards you.
Like David the Goliath.
Yeah, that sort of sling.
And that does not hit.
11. That is a 15. Exactly.
Oh. I only ever see the 11, so I always get confused.
Yeah, with the enemies rolls, I don't show their bonus, but I do roll their full damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to keep a bit more mystery involved.
Fair.
So he fires this rock towards you, and that will be a... Oh, and he will strike you in, like, almost in the forehead for 6 points of bludgeoning damage with this stone. As he just begins to shout in Draconic something down at you.
I understand Draconic.
Okay. You hear him just sort of shriek in this shrill voice. Must protect the master!
Ah, Jesus.
That ends the kobold's turn. I believe. I don't think he can strike twice.
Now I'm just annoyed.
Nope. No, he can't. Alrighty. So after the kobold, it is now your turn, Gandalf.
Oh,
Gandalf.
daggers!
Hmm. Gandalf does another level 2 magic missile.
Okay, on the dragon.
3 of them will go for the dragon. 1 of them will go for the cobalt.
Alrighty.
So I'll roll for the dragon first. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so that is 10 points of bludgeoning to him.
Okay, and then for the cobalt, he gets
5 points to
he
him.
gets a special fuck you.
Yeah, max damage. So as you shoot this arcane bolt towards the kobold, you watch as it strikes him in the chest, and he sort of clutches, momentarily letting go of the reins on this spider as he falls into the room, and with a resounding splat, he just collides with the ground.
Bye, Mr. Cobalt.
So I'll take him off the map. The spider momentarily sort of seems confused, now missing its rider, but then points its beady little eyes towards Liliana and continues its march.
Okay, and I will
Wait, did the
fire.
dragon not take any damage?
He did. He took 10.
Yeah, I already took it off.
And I will also fire another ray of frost at the dragon.
All right, roll to hit, please.
Wrong one again. But we got we got
Every
max damage.
time.
Every time.
Every time.
Magic, not magic missile, fucking ray of frost. Let's go.
Almost a crit. Damn. That is definitely still enough to hit, though. As another ray of frost. Verna, you watch as, like, where Gandalf's continued to strike between the shoulders, the ice is just expanding outward. Now you can see it sort of crystallizing and crawling up the base of its wings.
Yeah.
And that ends your turn, Gandalf. You don't want to move?
Nope.
Okay.
It is the dragon's turn.
It is, and then it is top of the round. So the dragon is going to take 16 more damage. Minus 16.
So
As
in the
it
first
is-
one, so he took 16, and then he took with the ray of frost.
Another 8, yeah. I'm
Okay.
minusing the damage from its HP every time. So, on its turn, you can see now, Vernon, like, where this cloud of daggers has been swirling above it, there is now just almost like a red, gory crater where it has just been cut to fucking ribbons. And you can see in the dragon's eye, it is now getting quite a bit more worried as it tries to break free once more. Just want to see if he has anything that could possibly help him, because he is going to use every possible means to break free. Okay, he's going to spread his wings and begin beating these wings against the floor and trying to fly, just pushing with all his might to break free of this. So I'm going to give him advantage to break free on this one, as he still does not manage. A great gust of wind is being kicked up in the basin of this tower as all of you feel the force this creature is generating with its wings blow you back. But he still cannot break free of this rod.
Holy shit.
Feeling frustrated, He's just gonna swipe at you twice with his claws, Verna. He has no other options. He needs to get you out of here as fast as possible. So
But
that will be...
if something happens to me, does anything happen to the rod? Because
You do not know. You did not create this rod, nor are you a wizard. You're not sure. So I'm gonna roll 2d20s for his 2 attacks. That is going to be a 10 and a 13. That will turn into a... Oh god, what's his attack bonus? Claws. That is a 17 and a 20 modified. So he is going to fully unload with claws, swinging first once with the right, and then with the second to follow. His claws are 2d6. So I will roll the full attack in one, just to save time.
so I have a question. So when he rolls a 13 with one claw and a 10 with the other, and then it's whatever bonus he has on it to see if it would. So each individual claw for how it hits my armor, correct?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they both have to be over 15 for them to work.
Yes.
Okay.
And with his attack bonus on his claws, it is different from his bite, but with his attack bonus, it then goes up from the numbers you see.
Okay.
So this will be quite a blow as he strikes towards you. Apparently not with 3 1s. Holy shit.
You got off easy.
Holy shit. So he swipes you once across the chest again, almost hitting the same spot as before. And then with his second swing, not quite doing any damage, he misses with the claws and just hits you with the palm. And just the force knocks you for 13 damage. And remember to update that on Roll20 so I know what your HP is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just so I can see that. Yeah, that ends his turn. That is top of the round. As Gandalf, I'd like you to roll a perception check.
Okay.
21. Holy fuck. Okay. You hear a noise above you. Sort of sounds like a clicking sound. And as you look up, you see climbing in through the top of the tower above you this giant spider, again ridden by a kobold. And once I get the colors correct so we can discern them, Verna, you hear another one crawling above you. It seems when this dragon let out that loud whistle, it may have been calling reinforcements. Spider here. And
Still wondering how well
here.
it was able to do that whistle with its mouth shut to the floor.
It just had to barely purse its lips, but it seemed to do the trick. But it seems, on second thought, you guys dispatching the party out front instead of sneaking around might have done you favors. As the spiders begin to descend, I will roll their initiative now. Fuck it. For the sake of ease, I'll roll both of them together because I don't want to have like a million tabs. So red spider, 11. Orange spider, 19. Okay. Alrighty. So green. Okay. that is the 11. Just between Jocelyn and Traith. And Red Spider, 28, 23. So top of the round, just before Orange Spider. Or Green Spider, sorry. So, the Orange Spider is going to begin to crawl down. What is his movement speed? He has a climb speed of 30. The tower is 60 feet tall. So he climbs halfway down the tower, Verna, towards you. And with a 30-foot range, he is going to try and shoot his web towards you. That is a plus. Is an 18. So, Verna, you feel this sudden impact on your back as the spiderweb strikes you and almost pins you to the ground for a moment. On your turn, you will be able to try and break free. But until then, you are considered restrained. That will end the spider's turn. It attacked and moved. The green spider, still kind of missing its rider, is going to crawl towards the Liana, and now that it's within range, I'm going to roll to see if it gets its web back. It does not, so it is just going to try and bite Liliana. 12 plus... That is just enough to hit. That will be 1d8. Oof, yikes. And it bites into Liliana for 11. I'm going to say, Gandalf, make a perception check. As Liliana is bitten suddenly by the spider. Damn, 21.
Second one, damn.
Yeah. As the spider bites down onto Liliana's arm, you watch as, even from that distance, you can kind of see a noticeable change in color as the flesh around her arm, where it was bitten, turns this sickly pale white. And she is going to roll a Constitution saving throw. Okay. So you watch as the spider pulls out its fangs and you see dripping venom. But it seems Liliana was able to stave off the poison for the most part. That ends its turn, bringing us to Liliana, who is going to try and stab this thing in the face. Sheathing her bow, she pulls out the short sword and tries to stab at it. What's her bonus? That will be very close. Plus 7, 14. That is just enough to hit it. 6. Seven damage into this thing as she stabs it square between the eyes. This spider lets out this horrid chittering screech as it sort of recoils a little bit from her blade. Wraith is going to swing at the dragon again, seeing no other option. And he is not going to hit the dragon with a 9. Unfortunately, it glances off its scales once again. The orange spider, which I incorrectly labeled, is going to climb down towards you, Verna. It is going to use its full turn to double move, so it is just now on the ground. And the kobold is going to leap off the spider. Take half its movement to dismount, which leaves it with 15 feet. All right. Jocelyn, you watch as this kobold sprints past you, provoking an attack of opportunity, which you can strike at him for, as he runs towards this rod, seemingly pinning the dragon down.
So I can strike at him?
You can roll to hit him once, yeah. Or see if you can hit him.
I do that.
Alrighty, roll to hit. 19, hot damn. Roll me your damage, please, as you strike him in the back. 5 damage. Okay. As he runs up to grab this rod, you stab him square between the shoulder blades as he just lets out a and crumples on top of the dragon.
5, bitch.
It was very close. He already had his hands on the rod, pulling it when you struck him. So it seems you just got him in time. After that, it is your turn, Jocelyn.
I attempt to attack the spider.
Okay. He's off the wall, so that's what the wall is. Yeah, I'd say you're within range to strike the spider. So go ahead. Shit.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm gonna roll for severity. Minimal severity. You just miss. So as you stab towards the spider, it sort of rears up and slightly out of range as you just lunge forward towards it. You still have your bonus and your movement, however.
I take my health potion.
Okay, so you drink your health potion.
Yes.
Do you have the health? Like how much it's good for?
Hold on, let me.
If not, I can tell you which it is because I know you have two different types at this point.
So I'm going to use my superior healing potion.
Okay, so the one from Grikyuk?
Yeah, which is
big
an
one.
8d4.
Okay.
I don't know. It says 8d4 equals 10. I don't know what that.
Let me check. I have it in here. It is 8d4 plus 10.
Okay.
So there's a very big potion. If you feel the need, you can go ahead.
Like, does it only just fill up my bar, or does it give me extra?
It does not give you extra. It will heal you up to your maximum, but will not heal the temporary HP.
I use it.
Okay. So roll your 8d4.
Wait, do I have to drink the whole thing, or can I only drink half of it?
You have to drink the whole thing to gain the healing. So once it is used up, it is used up.
So 4d8. Or is
Nope.
it the other?
No. 8d4. Would you like me to roll?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Yes.
Yep.
Jesus.
That was great.
So you get 29 HP back. I believe you're back to max.
Yes.
That is her max health.
Fuck yeah.
Wait, does it bring me back to my max or the max with my heroic potion?
Your base max. It doesn't heal your temporary.
Okay.
God damn. All right. So that is your bonus action. Would you like to move?
No.
That ends your turn, bringing us to the kobold. That kobold is dead, so he is off the initiative, actually. So that brings us to Gandalf the drunk.
I I will fire a level 1 magic missile.
Okay, who are you aiming at?
2 of them at the spider and kobold in front of me. The other one towards Liliana.
Okay, so you're trying to help her out with that green spider.
Yeah. So I'll roll the first 2 for my spider.
And are you trying to hit the spider or the rider specifically?
The rider.
You're going for the kobold?
Yep.
Okay. So 2 into the red kobold.
Yep.
As once again, you sort of knock him off the saddle and he falls to the ground with a splat.
Okay.
Verna, you hear a very audible splat behind you.
Oh, I'm so going to hell for this, but it's raining men. Okay, I'm good.
Alright. Gandalf. That is 4 more into this spider. That is a decent chunk. As you shoot into one of its legs, it seems to catch it at the joint, and you watch as the leg almost buckles for a moment.
Okay. And then I will cast Burning Hands on this little dude in front of me.
You can't do that. His Burning Hands is a level 1, right?
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a cantrip. My bad.
No, sir.
Nope. I had it down here in my cantrip stuff. My bad.
No.
I'll do Ray of Frost.
Okay, all right. He is still above you, so yeah, you can do that without disadvantage. Go ahead.
Nope.
Shoot. So as you fire this ray of frost up, it seems to almost predict the attack, and it ducks, almost pulling itself down towards the wall, and it fires over its head.
Damn.
So close, though. So, would you like to move?
If I move, will he be able to attack me, or is he still on the wall?
He is 60 feet to the top. The platform is 30 feet halfway. He has moved down. He would be able to reach you, yeah.
Then I'll stay.
Okay. Ending your turn there, it is the dragon's turn. Unfortunately, he has not been freed by either of his minions.
Unfortunately, what do you mean?
Bigger
Well,
damage.
he planned on escaping there, but didn't quite muster it.
12
Okay.
more points.
Yeah, 12 more points. You can see now, like, where this sphere of spinning daggers has just been slowly wearing down on the dragon's shoulder and neck. From your vantage point, Verna, you can now see exposed bone where this swirling cloud has just been wearing him down. You can see now like a bit of panic in the dragon's eyes as it's starting to seriously fear for its life. It is once again going to use all of its might to try and break free using its wings.
Oh god.
As it rolls a natural 20. As it does so, you watch Verna as the rod begins to crack and creak like bending metal, just this noise as the magic begins to fizzle on the rod itself. You hear a loud clang as the rod bounces off the dragon's neck and falls to the floor in front of you, Verna.
Fuck.
That was its action to move, or that was its action to break free, so it cannot attack, but it is going to take its full movement action to fly. So you watch as this dragon begins to beat its wings, hovering above you, Verna, for a moment, as it just sort of looks at you, snarling. As it flies 80 feet into the air. You have one attack of opportunity, Verna. And for the sake of ease, I'm going to get rid of the cloud of daggers, because it is out of that.
Yep.
You have one attack.
So did it already fly 80 feet in the air before I could hit it?
It's in the motion of flying, so like just as it broke free, you have one chance to like strike at it quickly before it flees.
Oh,
Unfo-
plus. Oh, that still wouldn't be enough, would it? With my +4, would it?
You can add your D4 if you'd like
I'll
to
add
roll it.
my. I was gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
And it's just just a D4, correct?
Yeah, you just roll 1d4 and apply that. That makes it a 16. Unfortunately, as you strike out, just as you're about to pierce its like almost right where its heart would be, its wings flap and it flies out of range. And as it does so, it is hovering above the tower 80 feet. So, Austin, it is now, for the sake of your spells and your range, 30 feet to the top. Math is fun. It is 20 feet above the tower, so 50 feet away from you.
Okay.
And that is going to end its turn 80 feet up. Top of the round is the spider in front of you, Austin, or Gandalf.
Okay.
It is going to use its web or try. And it is most likely going to miss its web.
Yes, it does.
Let's see. That is a 12 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. It fires the web towards you, and you sort of duck as it just lodges it, or just sticks against the wall. The spider sort of hisses at you, and it doesn't have, no, it doesn't have multi-attack, so it can't try and bite you, unfortunately. So
Okay.
that ends red spider. Green spider is going to see if it gets its web back. It does. It is going to try and stick Liliana in a web. And that is definitely not going to hit. As she also, sort of predicting it, ducks under the web. After Green Spider, it is Liliana's turn. She's going to slash at it with her short sword. Is a 7 plus a... That is a 14. That is enough to hit. She slashes at the arachnid for max damage. She is not having this guy around. So that turns into 11 points of slashing damage. Goddamn. And after her, Traith, now having no target to, or no more dragon to swing at, is gonna run towards Verna and try and help with her spider. That is
Thanks,
15
Traith.
feet here. And with sort of an overhead swing, he just brings his longsword down on the spider. That is enough to hit, I believe. Yes. The swing 1d8. 9 points of piercing. And it is now the orange spider, then Jocelyn's turn. Now having been struck with this large longsword, the spider hisses and whirls around as it goes to lunge at Traith for a bite. That is a... Wait, is this... Yeah, it's the spider. Holy shit. That is a modified 21. That is going to beat his armor, unfortunately. So he takes the initial 1d8. 1. So he takes 4 points of piercing. And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. As Verna, you now see venom get injected through these fangs into Trait's arm. Ooh, what's his save? Constitution, that is 11. That is not enough to pass. As he is bitten down, you watch Trait sort of on his feet start to wobble and almost struggle to stand up. On a failed save, he will take. Okay. 8, so 6 more damage. And he is considered poisoned. Alrighty. So, Jocelyn, it is now your turn. You see the spider now facing away from you, attacking Traith.
I stab at the spider.
Roll to hit, please. 18, that definitely hits. Roll your damage. 9 damage. Nice. Okay. So you stab into its thorax, the hindquarters, and it lets out this chittering screech and almost turns to face you. You still have a bonus action if you'd like. And a movement if you would like to move. The dragon is no longer in your space, so you wouldn't get an attack from him.
I will not move, but I will switch. Wait, is the spider still alive?
Currently, all of the spiders are still alive, yes.
I will not make another move at this time.
Okay. After you, it is Gandalf's turn. So, currently the spider is in your face, and the dragon is about 50 feet above you, sort of flying.
Well, I was gonna do another magic missile.
Alright, what level?
Level 1. I'm out of level
Okay.
2 slots.
So you have 3 darts.
Yep. 1 towards my spider, 2 towards the flying dragon.
Okay. So roll your first damage for the spider. That is 3 points of damage to him. You squarely strike the spider in its eyes, and it almost looks a little dazed for a moment as it just chitters and looks back towards you. And the 2 bolts towards the dragon. 5 damage. Alrighty. So the dragon looks fucking terrible. Like, he is absolutely worn out. You watch as these 2 bolts strike into his chest, and you almost see him stutter in the air, like his wings faltering for a moment, as he barely begins to continue beating these wings. He is barely aloft. You can see he's just barely keeping himself above ground.
Yay!
You have a bonus action. You have a bonus and a movement.
I will use Ray of Frost on the spider in front of me.
Alright, roll to hit, please.
Fuck.
Unfortunately, no. Once again, it seems to have some sort of almost uncanny sense for the temperature change. As once again, you strike with the frost and it just ducks to the ground.
Alright, and I'll stay still.
Alright. That brings us to the dragon's turn. Barely holding himself aloft, flying in the air, you hear this rumbling draconic voice speak in common. As he just roars down, You have failed to slay me, and I will get my revenge. You've not heard the last of Venom Fang. As he inhales, and you watch as this corrosive green fog emits outward from its mouth, straight down into this tower. Let me check. It's a 30-foot cone. The tower is how big around? It is 30 foot around. I need everyone inside of the tower to make a... Where is the dragon stat? I need it on this page now. I need everyone in the tower to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
It's a 19 for Liliana.
Got
It's a 20 for Verna, and a 21 for... Wow, you guys all passed. Traith, don't fail us now. You've almost failed us now.
Couldn't even
Very-
stab the damn thing.
Motherfucker's just
close.
lacking today.
Very
he is-
close, Traith.
Well, he is poisoned right now, so we can't be that mad at him.
Shit, he is poisoned. Thank you for reminding me. I need to check that. I think he might have disadvantage. Poisoned. Poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, but it doesn't say saves, so he gets off. He's free. I'll roll for the spiders for the sake of that.
Suppose they gotta get saving throws too.
Kobolds are all dead. 2, 7, and 15. Do they have a con save? They do not. So 2 of them fail, 1 of them pass. Meaning, you guys will take half of this damage.
But we just it's saving. Okay.
Yeah, you guys have passed the saving throw, which means you'll take half damage on the breath weapon, and not the full brunt of this.
Jesus Christ.
So everyone that's saved takes 23 damage, and everyone that failed takes 47.
Well, I'm dead.
Meaning this dragon is dead. Sorry, the spider in front of you, Austin, shrivels and dies. The spider in front of you, Verna, shrivels and dies. And I'll do the NPCs. Traith is down 23. Leona's down 23. And Gandalf, you are down 23.
I'm dead.
You're unconscious. Unless it's done double your max HP, you're not instantly dead. And the green spider shrivels and dies. So, Jocelyn, are you still up?
Yes.
Okay. As this cloud of poison just billows throughout this tower, your vision goes completely, like, you're completely blind in this fog as you sort of wave your arms, sort of trying to wave or fan away the poison, coughing. You see Traith sort of drop to a knee, sort of coughing and wheezing, and Liliana on the staircase, sort of one arm braced against the wall. You hear a slight thud as you look up and see Gandalf fall to the ground. And for all of those still conscious, you hear Venom Fang speak again. Puny humans. You will see me again. As it begins to beat its wings and flies into the distance. And with that, combat has ended. So, Jocelyn, you're currently the only one still on your feet. What do you do?
I grab my companions and I bring them kind of out of the kind of like green smoggy filled tower.
Okay, so you guys, excuse me a moment. Sorry, had to sneeze. It's the poison, you see. So you help Traith sort of limp up the stairs. Uh, Actually, I should ask: are you going up the stairs? Or are you trying to dig out the door? I should ask that first.
I was gonna say, will I continue getting poison damage?
Um, you watch as like the poison begins to sort of dissipate in the air. It seems like you've made it through the worst of it.
I will attempt to uncover the door.
Okay, easily enough. Roll me a strength check with advantage, as Traith is going to help you as much as possible.
So advantage is
Just roll 2d20s.
okay.
It takes you a minute, but you manage to sort of brush the stones aside. Traith sort of stumbles out the door and just falls to the grass. And I will reveal the rest of this area now that you've finished combat. I assume you're following him outside, Verna, or are you going up the stairs to help your companion?
I am going to go upstairs and Liliana help Liliana down and then go back up and get Gangolf.
Okay. You can see Liliana sort of like braced against the wall, like just slowly limping up the stairs towards Gandalf when you get to her. You escort her back down the stairs. She almost trips. At one point, you sort of have to not really catch her because you're quite a bit smaller than her, but you almost like shoulder her into the wall as she catches her balance again and makes it back down and outside. And you turn back for Gandalf.
Sir Gandalf.
So how do you help him? He is currently unconscious on the ground. You can see a bit of blood like dribbling from his mouth where the poison really took effect.
Um, do healing potions have any effect on poisoning?
You would know that healing some like a potion when someone is down has resuscitated a person before. Your party has done it once or twice before.
All right, I will take my healing potion and
Okay.
force feed it to Gandalf.
Okay. So how much does he heal?
Austin, it's just a regular healing potion.
Okay. So Austin,
Yeah.
you there? You heal 2d4 plus 4, so you can go ahead and roll that. So you're back up to 10 HP. As everything sort of goes dark, this dark, ominous green, your vision completely going out, you suddenly flick your eyes open and you see Verna sort of stood over you, holding a potion to you.
I drink it.
All right. And you manage to sort of regain your feet. Looking around, the dragon is gone. What do you guys do?
I just kind of go around, I guess, and go outside and let them loot.
All right. Outside, you see both Traith and Liliana sort of sprawled out on the grass, just like breathing heavy. It seems everyone took an incredible blow from that dragon's breath before it fled. So, for the sake of brevity, we'll say your party has taken probably an hour to sort of sit down and at least recover a bit of strength after the harrowing event. And over that time, you've noticed a number of kobolds fleeing the village, some on spiderback, some simply running. But all of them you watch as they just sort of toss their weapons down to the ground and flee as they see their once master, bloody and beaten, fleeing the village. And it seems all of the threats in Thunder Tree have been dispatched in one way or another. Now, you guys are left with this tower full of treasure and the map to Wave Echo Cave. Would you guys like to loot?
Yes.
Alrighty. Austin, we'll start with you, since you took a hell of a blow. I imagine you deserve your reward. So, there is the pile of gold and sort of miscellaneous baubles. And there's also this large wooden chest with silver reinforcement. Which would you like to check out first?
You say that again?
You have two things you can investigate for treasure. You have like the pile of like there are some gemstones, there are gold. It seems like just whatever these kobolds had stolen or found just piled amongst the rubble. And there is a large chest about 6 foot long and 4 foot tall, made of old cracked wood, but it is reinforced with silver bands.
I'll search that.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check, please. I'm gonna say because you're not strapped for time. Yeah, okay. The first thing you see in this chest is a longsword. A very nice looking longsword. Underneath it, you can see two things sort of wrapped in cloth, but the sword is the first thing that catches your eye.
I offer it to Trace.
Trace sort of limps into the door and looks at it. I'm gonna roll a investigation check for him. He sort of looks it over and reaches out to take it in his hand. But you watch as he grabs it, his arm just like grabbing onto an anvil is just dragged to the ground as the sword hits the ground and clatters. He sort of like startled, tries to grab his other hand and pull it up, but can't seem to lift it as he sort of pulls his fingers out from under it. Ah! What the fuck? Were you able to pick that up?
I attempt to pick it up.
You reach down and just like picking up a longsword, you pick it up, no issue. Traith just sort of looks bewildered at you, like confusion clear on his face.
Hand it back to him to
Hell?
see if he's able to hold it.
Do you hand it back to him? You hold it out for him?
Yeah. Can't be that heavy there, bud.
He sort of hesitates for a moment, but he'll take it, and now that he knows what to expect, he'll try and make a strength check to hold it up. He grabs it, and with both hands, like, he's just managing to keep it off, like, held. It looks as if he's holding, like, with how much he's straining, you'd imagine he's carrying half a cart, half of a wagon, but he's, like, just able to hold it up. With a little bit of a clink, he points the blade down and rests it on the ground. just drops it. God, it must be some sort of magic. I can't use that. I can't even lift it.
Uh, I, I guess I pick up the sword and I'm like, must be the venom getting to you.
Maybe.
Mm.
He sort of steps past you and continues, like, just begins to rummage around looking inside. You stand here holding this sword, Austin.
Can I identify it?
You cast Identify?
Yeah.
Do you have the spell, like, you still have a spell slot for that?
Oh, no, I'm all out.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check then. It'll be a little harder, but you might be able to figure something out. Hmm. You sort of look it over, and it doesn't look like it's not incredible looking. It's not like the longsword Verna had found in the caverns below Fandalen, but something about it strikes you as significant. It may not look fine and extravagant, but you've heard of weapons that can't be held by other or can't be used by others. And in most cases, whenever that's the case, the weapon or armor in some way is magical. So it may be worth investigating further once you have a chance.
Hmm.
Verna, I imagine you're frothing at the mouth to jump into this pile of gold. Would you like to loot this room?
Yes. I
All
go
right.
over and I lay in the coins.
You lay in the coins. Uh,
Yes.
sure enough, you lay down. It's metal, it's solid and hard, but you get some sick satisfaction out of laying in a pile of money.
Yes. I
And
shove a little
as
bit in my pockets.
yeah, as you sort of like shuffle around, you look through some of the stuff. And I will roll for it right now. That, there, there, there. Um, while you sort of shovel through the stuff, you find a paper, like a scrolled up piece of fine aged paper. You can tell clear as day this is some sort of magical scroll. You're not sure what it does, but you can see a wax seal on the outside of a spider.
Ooh.
And then you find two glass vials, two potions. One is this sort of cloudy brown swirling with this dark forest green, and the other seems to be a brilliant, almost golden yellow. If you'd like to try and discern what these may be, you could roll an investigation check.
Can I get Gandalf's help?
You could. Gandalf, if you'd like to help, you could give her advantage, or vice versa.
Sure.
Alright.
So, Gandalf, well, actually, who's going to roll? You or Gandalf?
Uh, Gandalf should roll, and I'll give him advantage.
Okay. So, Gandalf, roll an investigation with advantage. That is a natural 20. Hot damn. So, you know what all three of these are. The scroll is a scroll of summon monster. It seems once read, it's a one-time use, but once it is read, it will summon a giant spider that will help you fight.
Cool.
One potion is the golden potion is a potion of remove paralysis. And the last is a potion of misdirection. So I'll pull up that one because it's not immediately. Obvious. Potion of Misdirection 5e. When you drink this potion, Jocelyn, if you want to note this down,
Yeah.
the Potion of Misdirection, when you drink this potion, choose another creature or object within 30 feet of you. Whenever you are subject to any divination spell, so like if they're trying to spy on you,
Okay.
if they're trying to spy on you, or any other effect which can sense your properties or position, the effect instead targets the other creature or object as long as it is within 30 feet.
Interesting.
Hmm. And those are the 3 items you find in the pile of, well, items and
Gold.
gems. Yeah. On top of that, I will say you find one brilliant blue gem, which at first inspection you think is a sapphire. It's about the size of an apple, but on closer inspection you see it's a different type of gem, one you've never seen before. You don't actually know what it's called, but it looks incredibly valuable.
So one brilliant blue gem. What size?
It is the size of an apple.
Apple size.
It is very big for gems,
Yay.
but you do not know what it's currently worth.
I put that in my bag because yes.
Alrighty. For the sake of, if anyone gets, well, rolling the NPCs again, I'll roll them 2 investigations to see. 15, 14, standard loot. Okay. Wraith seems to find a shield that he picks up and sort of examines and takes for himself. And Liliana is going to find a, let's see. She finds an arrow, a single arrow. She sort of examines and raises an eyebrow too before pocketing. Um, both of you make a perception check as she picks up this arrow.
Okay.
Me.
Verna, you're really just reveling in the chance to roll around in gold. You're kind of preoccupied with that, but Gandalf, you watch as Liliana picks up this arrow, her eyebrows go up, and you watch as she slightly turns herself so that her back is to Traith, seemingly to make sure he doesn't see what she grabbed. And she just puts it in her pack.
Okay.
After that, she sort of grabs a bit more gold and then shoulders her pack and heads back outside.
So do any of us pick up some of this gold?
You look around at the coins and you see mostly like, interestingly enough, gold coins you don't recognize. They seem to be perhaps from another kingdom or another time that you don't know. They don't look like your gold coins, but as you did so, the most valuable thing you saw was probably the gem, which you lunged towards and just like, ooh,
But gold
fancy.
is gold, right? It can be
Uh,
melted.
It could be. If you'd like, you can roll to scavenge some of these old gold coins.
Yes.
Okay.
So just a d20.
Roll me a D%.
A what?
D100.
D100, sorry.
What? What?
I don't think she rolled. I think you're looking at her d20.
I was okay. I was
Yeah, no,
I was yawning and I just looked down and seen a 2.
no,
Suck
no.
it!
88 instead.
Making
So you
fun of
you
me.
you can get 88 ancient gold coins.
Yay.
Don't list those under your currency. List them in your inventory.
Yep.
Okay. Gandalf, would you like to loot anything else? You've checked out the chest, but you've not checked out the pile. And Verna, you can check out the chest.
Ooh,
All
yay,
right, I'll
chest
check out the
time.
pile.
All right. Roll me an
I
investigation
finally-
check, please.
I unroll from my gold coins.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to do 1 and 2?
If you'd like to search the chest, yes.
Absolutely. Fuck me. I can't make a decent throw worth my life right now.
See this?
Hey, at least you're getting your bad rolls out now. It wasn't while you were fighting the dragon.
Ad rolls out. Now we're almost done.
Yeah, but it could have been with the dragon. Do you want a
Yeah.
nat 1, the poison breath?
Yeah, no.
All right. So, Gandalf, as you investigate the pile, you find a ring, actually. A small golden ring in the pile. And as
Yeah.
you pick it up, you don't hear voices, but as you pick it up, you look it over and you can see some ancient script carved on the inside of the ring. What languages do you understand?
Common, Elvish.
Elvish.
Yeah.
You don't recognize this script. This is a language you don't know. But
Yeah.
it feels significant somehow. And Verna, as you what did you roll? Investigation. As you sort of flip open the chest, it's empty. You sort of like look in, like you flip over a couple pieces of scrap cloth and paper, but it's empty. Dejectedly, you sort of slam the chest shut, but whirl around to see, laying on the ground, you guys' immovable rod. Still intact.
But it was broken.
It
Or
was
cracked.
it was cracked. It's not broken.
Oh, well then I go pick that thing back up because it's awesome.
Alrighty. So add the immovable rod back to your inventory.
Yay.
And
Oh, did we pick up that map from our dead friend?
Not yet.
We should probably do that.
So who's grabbing the map?
Gandalf!
Yeah, I'll grab the mat.
Alright. You grab the map and unfurl it. Looking at it, you see marked in very large red letters, red paint, with a X in the center of a forest just a days south of your position. Wave Echo Cave lies before you. And that's where we're going to end.
Alrighty.
You guys did fucking spectacular there. I did not see you guys crippling the dragon like that.
If he would have stayed for another fucking turn, he was gonna go down, okay?
He was, yeah.
No joke. I was firing one more magic missile, and then if I needed to, I was going Tash's Mind Whip, and it was over.
One more, I'll tell you right now, as he flew away, one more strike would have downed him.
Damn it, I knew it. I should have shot my bow at him, and I didn't.
You guys burned through 135 HP on that dragon. You guys
I thought he was like
shit.
I thought he was like a 200 or something, because it's like the giant troll was like 100. I was like, it's
Yeah,
gonna be like
105.
180, 200.
Just constant 16s and 12s and 8s from me, man. It was like 2 16s, a 13.
But damn it, now we gotta fight that thing again.
If you encounter him again, yeah. Like you heard what he said. He was speaking in common, but
That motherfucker's weak. I should almost go hunting him.
Right?
He should be bleeding. Like, he's exposed neck bone. Like, I'd be surprised if this man did survive his wounds.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
really.
he is like he is beaten to shit. He's within an
He's
inch of
got
his life.
he's got holes in his wings. He's got frost damage to his wings. He's got a hole in his neck between his wings, so it's gonna be very painful to flap them. He's just gonna keep ripping it over and over again.
Oh yeah, but he is not dumb. He knows like if he stayed any longer, he would die. That last, like even that last poison breath, just like it was seriously just out of spite at this point. That dragon was pinned down for so long, just being torn into and beaten.
I knew I should have shot him with my arrow though, and I didn't. I'm mad at myself.
I mean, to be honest, you were preoccupied with the spider in your face and soon to be poison. But you guys made it through the fight. And before the finale of this short quest, because you managed to get through the dragon and even almost kill him with the addition of his minions, you guys are going to level 5 for the finale. So you're leveling up again.
Let's go.
This encounter alone was worth 8,000 XP.
Jesus.
That's not counting the
Yay!
bonus for killing the dragon.
I could be level 6.
Fucking close.
So, before we shut down for the night, do you guys want to level up and look at your new powers?
Okay.
All right. Let's open Google because Yahoo is useless.